Hi guys, or should I say hello. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are finally diving back into my One Piece videos. It's been about 4 weeks since I filmed a One Piece video, so I'm so happy to be back filming this content for you guys. Today we're going to be doing my SKYPIEA review part 1. So this is covering episodes 153 to 174 because that is when me and my mods decided was the best like middle ground place. I think it is like literally dead center in the arc. Don't worry, reactions are obviously still coming. There was just none that were requested between episode 153 and then the episode that is the next reaction, which is episodes 182 and 183. But yeah, today's gonna be one of my arc reviews. If you guys have watched it before, you know the drill. We're just gonna talk about things I noticed or picked up on throughout watching the arc, certain reactions that I had, information that I wrote down and that I got in, and maybe some theories and also some questions that I currently have and hope to get answered very soon. That's everything. Let's get straight into the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my socials if you would like to. I'm currently also uploading my vlogs from South Korea, ideally every Wednesday. I think there's only gonna be 3. Part 1 is already up, so go check it out if you'd like. Let's get into the video. So we kicked off this arc in a pretty good place with a reaction to episodes 153 and 154, which if you haven't seen, go check them out. It is when I meet Conis, which is so fun. And if you guys don't know, Conis is a character that you guys have made me anticipate for quite a while now because you guys said that I could potentially play her in the live action, and I am an aspiring actress, so that is like one of the biggest compliments ever if you could see me playing a beloved character of yours. I loved meeting her, and I love her even more now after watching more of this arc. While I was watching those episodes, I did write down some stuff while watching, and I also went back to rewatch to make sure I got all of the notes about all the different types of dials because I thought it would be important to the lore of SKYPIEA. So I wrote down that Robin can put any body part anywhere, which is something that I hadn't picked up on prior to that. I kind of just thought that she could just put her hands places, but no, she can use like any body part because she put her eyes on Luffy's arm while he was like trying to reach down for Usopp. So that was something I picked up on. I noted that Gan Fall was called the Sky Knight, which obviously we now know he's a bit more than that. I also said the blue sea equals the Grand Line, or where, you know, the crew are from. The white sea is the mid, like, cloud point between, you know, SKYPIEA, then it's the white sea and then the blue sea. And then the white sea is the highest point, so that is where SKYPIEA is at, and the white sea. Then I met Conis, and Sue is Conis's fox, who, by the way, is the most adorable thing ever, and I want one. If you guys know of any Sue plushies anywhere, please let me know because I will be purchasing one. A waver is a small boat that is operated using the wind dial, and Pagaya is Conis's dad. The cloud quarrying site is a place where they take clouds to be manufactured, and the Milky Road is a road that took them to the white sea, and it was man-made. The dials are seashells, and there's loads of different types of dials. So you've got a tone dial, which is one that records and plays sounds. Breath dial, which lets you store and blow winds and controls wavers. And there's multiple types of wavers. There's a skater one or like a board one. You've got a lamp dial, which that's kind of self-explanatory. A flame dial, which stores flames. A flavor dial, which stores fragrances. Vision dials, which store videos. And Upper Yard is a place where God lives. So SKYPIEA is ruled by God Ineru, and that was all the notes I made from episodes 153 and 154. And then next is into the episodes where I was typing reactions. Like, these are just my typed out reactions basically that you wouldn't see because I'm not filming them. First thing is Nami. I think you need to come back now, Queen, because Nami goes off adventuring on the Waver and she finds herself right by Upper Yard, which you're not supposed to go there. We kind of see Conis is very troubled on what she should do here, and so I said, Conis girl, you've got to take the risk, otherwise Nami's gonna die. Then we saw some people on Upper Yard and I got kind of confused. I was like, I thought that was only for Ineru, but apparently no, he also has the 4 priests there. We see an unfortunate victim of the priests get like UFO'd, disintegrated somewhere, and Nami witnesses that, and that kind of made her realize, oh shit, I probably gotta go. I also wrote down that Heso means hello because that was something I've been seeing in my comment section for a while. Like, I've been seeing people say Heso in my comment section and I've just been like, what? And now I finally understand what it means, which is so cool. I made the comment that I love how Sue, the fox, is asleep next to Zoro. I thought that was so cute. And then Zoro saved Conis from that massive fish, and I was like, my Zoro! Slay queen. And Chopper hugging Sanji's leg and him patting his head was so cute. I love seeing little moments of like dynamics that we don't see as much, you know. Sanji and Chopper, I need more focus on that because I haven't seen as much of them. Here I got a little bit nervous, and my mods can vouch for this because I think I ran straight to the mods chat and I was like, is Conis a villain? Is Conis a villain? Because she was acting kind of shady. She was like unsure. She was acting suspicious. And I was like, is she the villain? Like, have you guys cast me as the villain? I mean, like, I would love to play a villain one day. Absolutely, I'd love to play every type of character. But I was just like, no way. But obviously, she's not. But I was like, is she? Because they're kind of hinting at her being like suspicious. Sanji's comment, Nami, why is she wearing a t-shirt? Sanji, no. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop, please. So Nami, Zoro, Chopper and Robin then got taken to Upper Yard to be sacrificed and meet the 4 priests of Upper Yard. Sanji, Luffy and Usopp are with Conis and Pagaya. We then saw some new outfits for Sanji, Usopp and Luffy. I loved Usopp with the green shirt. Sanji's red and pink is slaying. I think it's very nice to see him in the more colourful outfits because we see him just a lot in suits. So I was like, I like this outfit. And then the orange backpack on Luffy is actually giving so much to his outfit. Like, it shifted it entirely and I liked it because obviously we kind of tend to see Luffy in the same fit the whole time. But I like the little orange backpack. It's really cute. I kind of caught on then that Conis was being forced to do this evil thing. Like, she was being forced to sell out Nami, Zoro, Robin and Chopper and get them taken away. And I kind of caught on. I was like, she's not like a villain. She's not part of this evil plan. She's literally being forced to do this, but I didn't know who by. And then it kind of cut to a shot of the guard guy that was just a proper yapper. It cut to a shot of him watching Conis taking them through the town. And I was just there like, I was like, girl, be strong. Do not give in to this. You can fight against it. You got this, girl. Another thing I commented was, I love how Conis always just laughs at the Straw Hats. Like, they'll just yap and yap and yap and she always just kind of laughs quietly to herself of just like entertaining their goofiness. And I think that that's so cute. Obviously then Conis reveals that she was put up to this and that she was leading them to basically be caught and she just couldn't do it. She like couldn't go through with it because she felt too bad, and she was kind of explained briefly to Sanji, Luffy and Usopp about the responsibilities of the citizens of SKYPIEA to hand over any like criminals to Eneru, and they're kind of under his reign. Luffy, Sanji and Usopp's reaction to this confession was, why are you telling us this? You're putting yourself in danger. Like, why would you put yourself in danger for us? And I thought that was so adorable and absolutely sums up who they are, particularly Luffy. And I was just like, that's so cute. I love those moments, and they have a lot of them where they show the Straw Hats and Luffy particularly's difference to the rest of the pirates or parts of people in the world that we meet. It just shows once again and proves the point once again that he is our main character and he is the one that's going to end up finding the One Piece. Trust. I know it's not like out yet. I know One Piece isn't done yet, but I know he's gonna find it. We all know he's gonna find it. King of the Pirates. That's who he is. It's divine. It's destiny. Conis was about to become victim to Eneru's judgment, and Gan Fall saved Conis and Luffy and is taking Conis with him back to his like safe haven area. And then Conis revealed saying, I know who you are, like you're God. And I was like, wait, Gan Fall's God? So Eneru's fake? I was like so surprised. Then Sanji, Usopp and Luffy left, taking Conis's ship, even though they'd been like, we want the bigger ship, we want the better ship. They still took her one, which I thought was quite cute. And then I had a little video reaction here. I don't remember what it was to, but I'll insert it here. Just finished episode 158. That was so cute. That was so cute. With the Conis thing, I wish that she told them earlier. I wish she hadn't done it at all. But I also completely understand why she did and why she had to. It seems like it's all she's ever known. Like she said, their citizen's duty. I get it, girl. Like, I was really scared she was going to be a villain. I was in the mod chat like, guys, is she a villain? Have I been cast as a villain? Because one of my bucket list roles is to play a villain one day. Because your girl wants to be able to do it all. I just didn't expect it because she seemed so sweet. But she ate because she told them anyway. And I was like, yes, I'm proud of my girl. Sanji, Luffy and Usopp's reactions. Why have you told us? Because now you're not, like, now you're in danger. They're so cute. Guys, they're so cute. And in the opening of this episode is Usopp being, I hope she's okay. They're so sweet. Like, the Straw Hats are just such good people. I love them all. And I'm so happy to be seeing Conis. I don't know how much we're going to see her now because she's not with the Straw Hats anymore. She's with Gan Fall, which is God. Because she said, please come back, God. So I'm guessing Eneru is like a fake God or like a poser. I don't know how much of Conis we're going to see now, but I've loved seeing her these past couple episodes. I hope we see more. Then we cut to the crew that have been taken to Upper's yard, and Robin and Zoro save Chopper, which I thought was so cute. And Zoro's always the first to jump in after Chopper. Their relationship is so cute. The relationship is so cute. I literally love how my two favorite Straw Hats have such a good dynamic, and we get to see quite a lot of it, and I really like that. Robin saying, if he was dead, the clouds would turn red. And then Nami going, how can you say something so scary so calmly, Robin? Like, I love a good Nami crash out, and I was with her. I literally almost said the exact same sentence as her. Like, how can you say something like that with a straight face, girl? What? Then we finally got a new Zoro outfit. I swear. I was like, I like his original outfit. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's OG. But there's only so many days in a row you can wear it. And so I was like, finally, we get a new Zoro outfit. And may I just say, it might be basic, but it's gorgeous. But then he kind of lost the aura a little bit by Tarzan screaming his way across the cloud ocean.
Right.
Okay, right. Then all the comments after this is after my trip to South Korea. So literally within the last week, I have watched these episodes so quick because I wanted to get this review out. And also I've missed One Piece so much while I've been away because unfortunately I had like no time while I was away in South Korea because I was doing such amazing things, but I missed One Piece so much. And everywhere I tried to look for One Piece, they only had Korean subtitles. They didn't have any English subtitles because they had One Piece on Netflix over in Korea, which is so great because we don't have it on Netflix here in the UK. But it was only in the Korean sub, nothing else. They had nothing else. And I was like, what do I do? And you guys gave me some advice on what to do, and I was set up buying a VPN, but I just then could never find the time to watch it. So it's okay. Since being back, I've locked in and watched so much, and I feel like I've had like, what's the word for it? Just like fell straight back into the routine of it, and I've missed it so much, and it's so nice to have it back. So anyway, all of these are after my trip to South Korea. Then noted that Satori is the priest of the forest, and their attack is surprise balls, and he owns the illusion forest and can tell the future, which I now know is obviously the mantra thing, but I didn't know if that was like exclusive to Satori at the time, because that was the way that we got introduced to it, I think. So much happened, and I was watching as I was unpacking my bag, so I kept forgetting to take notes, but basically Chopper blew Gan Fall's whistle, and Nami almost died a couple times but has been saved by Zoro and Robin, which love to see. Luffy, Sanji and Usopp are still trying to fight Satori and get back to their ship, which is currently just cruising Milky Road. And now we're at Gan Fall's house with Conis and Pagaya. At Gan Fall's house, he was kind of explaining to Conis and Pagaya about his experience with a blue sea pirate. He's known a blue sea pirate over 20 years ago, but I bet we know who they are, and I bet they're gonna do a reveal at the end of SKYPIEA because there's no way he would bring that up for nothing. A pirate friend that he had visited over 20 years ago. We know them. I've been trying to think of who that could be, and it's hard when I don't know everyone's ages. I know the ages of the Straw Hats, but I don't know the ages of like Mihawk or Shanks or any of the other warlords or people like Zeph. Like, I don't know their ages, but that could be one of those people, anyone that's entered the Grand Line that we know of. Then Chopper kind of got attacked when he was on the Going Merry. He got attacked while he was there alone, and he was stressing about it, and the mast completely gone, burnt and fell off, and Gan Fall then pulled up to help Chopper because obviously Chopper had blown the whistle. And so I wrote down that we've got Ineru and the priests, and then we've got Gan Fall and the Straw Hats, and also a rebellion group of people that don't like either parties. And I didn't know at the time who they were. Obviously now I know more about them. Gan Fall gets pretty badly hurt, and I was kind of surprised, like, how is he getting beaten? He used to be like the god, do you know what I mean? So I was like, how is he getting beaten by one of the priests? Are we serious? And Chopper jumped in after him into the cloud water, even though he can't swim because he's a devil fruit user. So like, stress. Nami then saw something on the island through her binoculars, and then it just cut the scene, and I was like, hello? Tell me, what is it? What is it? And then it cut to Luffy and Sanji and Usopp fighting Satori again, and I just thought Luffy was so adorable when he was like on the back of Satori. It was like so cute, I don't know why. Sanji then trying to aura farm as he comes over, and he's like, I need to go help two helpless ladies, and this is a love ordeal. Spare me. Spare me, Sanji. I love Sanji. Don't get it twisted. I love him. But I cannot deal with him sometimes when he says stuff like that. I'm like, Then it cut to Nami again with the binoculars, being shocked at what she's seen. And then they cut again. I'm like, that's the second time that you've cut off Nami telling us what is so deep about this island. I swear to God, just tell me. Like, that's the second time you've done the same cut away. Tell me. I got FOMO. Like, tell me. Anyway, then we finally get the reveal of what Nami did see. Upper Yard was a part of Jaya. Upper Yard was blown into the sky from the blue sea. It was Jaya, which is crazy. And I was like, that's why the birds were there. And the birds also saved Chopper, by the way. The birds were what saved Chopper. The oh, what are the birds called? The purple ones that make the noise that's really annoying. Those ones. I wrote some information down about the Shandians that are led by Wiper. They're a group of anti-god like people, and they believe in their emperor as the ruler. I've since learned more about them, obviously, but like that was what I got at the time. And then it was revealed that Wiper, who's the leader of the Shandians, was the guy from the start of SKYPIEA that kicked the shit out of Sanji, which is crazy. Like, how can you kick the shit out of Was that English? That wasn't English. I don't know what that was. But like, how can you kick the kicker? You know? And then the dog that was one of the priest's companions was like eating people, and I was like, oh, I thought that was a cute dog. Okay. No then. But I was like, who is this cunty diva with the Shandian? She's been in a couple scenes and I want her to be in more. I think her name is Lucky. I still want to see more of her. She is awesome. I really like her. Robin and Zoro and Nami then get back to the Merry, and Nami's like, you know, Chopper, like, are you okay? Can you speak to us? Tell us if you're okay. And Robin just goes, I wonder if he was torn limb from limb. Why would you say that? Why would you say that about my Chopper? Sorry. Then I did another little video reaction, which I'll insert right here. Wait. That's so cute. So they're on the Merry. They've all just reunited, finally. All reunited, and Usopp is staring at the now missing mast because it got burned. And Chopper just goes, don't even talk to me. Chopper was like, I'm so sorry, Usopp. I fought really hard. And he was like, and Usopp just kind of goes, are your wounds okay? And Chopper's like, yeah. And Usopp's like, oh, what a scary guy with a flaming spear. I'm just glad it wasn't you that got burned. That's exactly what Chopper needed to hear. That's exactly what he needed to hear. I love him so much. And Usopp, I love you so much. Then Lucky gets like hurt in the battle, and I was like, no, my cunty diva, no. And then Kamakiri like jumped in the way and got hurt for her, which was so sad. And I'm so actually really sad about Kamakiri. Like, I'm really sad about him. I will get more to it, but like, I just love domestic Straw Hats. Like, I was really enjoying it. I didn't really have much to say. I was just enjoying it. Like, Sanji cooking the stew for all of them, and them all like enjoying it and chatting to Gan Fall, and then the wolves coming and them taming the wolves and blah 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 blah. We then got the reveal that Jaya used to be in the shape of a skull before it was separated into two, which I think that was so cool. And it was interesting. I made this note. It's crazy thinking back to the start of the Jaya arc when the ship fell from the sky and Robin analysed that person's body by their skull alone. And knowing Jaya was the shape of the skull, it's kind of like a little bit of a subtle foreshadowing moment. I thought that was really interesting because that's how we kicked off the Jaya arc. Then revealed that Verth is dirt from the lands of the Blue Sea, and like they value it there because they don't know what it is. Isa wants Verth. Then we see Eneru for I think the first time, and then someone repaired the Merry because obviously the Merry, the mast was broken. I was like, who repaired it? Tell me now. And like Usopp made a good point of how did they know what it looked like before it became like the flying version of the Merry, because everyone we know in SKYPIEA only has seen the flying version. Because I originally thought maybe it was Pagaya because I know that he fixed up Nami's waiver, so I originally thought it might have been him, but how would he know what it looked like prior to it flying up here? So maybe it's Nolan's great grandson. Maybe he found his way up there somehow. Then Usopp was trying to get the Merry down from the cliff thing into the water, and he used my son as bait. I was like, Usopp, what the fuck? Get Chopper down from there now. Get him down from there now. I'm like, seriously, Usopp, get him down. Like, he's not bait, guys. He's not bait, and he's not emergency food, okay? Okay. Hey guys, quick intermission from editing Molly. I forgot to mention in this video, in the intro and outro, that I have encountered another spoiler, unfortunately. Obviously, I say another. The original spoiler of Pell dying was a fake one, but this one could also be fake, but I unfortunately encountered it on TikTok. The Ace live action casting has come out, by the way. Can I just say, love the casting so much. Same with the casting for Bon Clay. Literally love it. The One Piece live action casting team 8 once again, but I saw someone saying on TikTok that 2 out of 3 of the brothers have been cast. So I know that Luffy has a third brother. I don't know anything about him. I don't know if he's older, younger, tall, short, alive, dead. No idea. I have no idea. All I know is that a third brother exists. So I want to obviously keep you guys in the loop of any spoilers that I get, because we never do things inauthentically around here, and my reactions will reflect that as such. And so that is a spoiler that I've encountered. Just so you guys know. Then we split up into 2 teams. Team 1, and I'm going to refer to them this way. That's how I refer to them this way and think, so listen carefully. Team 1 was Nami, Sanji, and Usopp, and Gan Fall. And Team 2, Luffy, Zoro, Chopper, Robin. Okay? We got it? Got it? Cool. So Team 2 was already in trouble. They got like surrounded by a snake and split up entirely, so you know. And then Team 1 got a little peaceful history lesson, so good for them. In that history lesson, we learned that the Shandians were from Jaya originally, and the Sky People went to war with them and pushed them off Upper Yard, aka their land. So I kind of got a lot more understanding for the Shandians, and I'm like, that's so valid that they're wanting their home back. But it was like 400 years ago, I think, when Jaya first like split into 2 and Upper Yard was created. And I kind of made a note of, how do the Shandians have wings if they aren't Sky People? I guess it could be evolution, because it was over 400 years ago, and you know, a Shandian and a SKYPIEA, they could have. So it's like, maybe that's how, but I don't know if I'm maybe misunderstanding it and that people used to have wings. I don't know, but that was something I kind of picked up on, and also feeds a little bit to my Nami theory about her being from the sky, because everyone said, but she doesn't have wings. Yeah, but the Jaya citizens didn't have wings, and now they do, because they've been living there, and like evolution. I imagine it's evolution related. And then it was a flashback to Gan Fall with Wiper back in the day, and Wiper just crashed out over Gan Fall rage baiting him with pumpkin juice, and I was like, why is he crashing out over pumpkin juice? But then I realized pumpkins probably don't exist from the Sky Islands, so Gan Fall's saying that, yeah, I'm enjoying the things that you've brought that I won't let you have, which is kind of shitty. Like, that's really, really kind of shitty of Gan Fall. I think that's how I'm understanding it anyway. I don't know if that's right, because he seems like a really sound guy. I don't know why he would say something like that. Yeah, so Team 2 are just entirely split up, heading in absolute opposite directions. Brilliant. And we learned that Satori was using a specific dial against Luffy, Sanji, and Usopp that created the impact. So basically what was happening is that the priests are using the dials for evil. So the dials that the Skypieans use for everyday life, the priests are arranging them to use them as weapons. And then also I note that mantra is the listening ability where you're able to hear things from people, predicting their next move. Wiper then took down one of the priests, and then they were fighting another, I don't think it was a priest, I think it was one of the divine soldiers or whatever they call them. And it was so funny to me how he said, "Feel the wrath of my axe dial." And then the guy whips out a shield and he goes, as he's throwing it, "Shields have no effect." It just it feels like when you used to like play games with your siblings or your friends when you were a kid, and you would make up the rules for your pretend superpower as you go. It's like you'd be fighting, like pretend fighting, you're like, "And I stretch and punch you," and then they're like, "Well, I grab it," and it's like, "No, but they can't be grabbed," and it's like you make up as you go. Like, that is what it reminded me of. I hope you guys understand that, and that's not just some sort of like really weird comment, but it made sense to me. Luffy then just became like a Grammy Award winning artist with his song and lyrics. It was like, okay. I was hoping Wiper and Luffy would kind of team up, but I also kind of think Wiper's a bit of a shitty person, but I was hoping they would team up, at least to take down a priest, but they just fought each other. Got to see a little bit more of Robin's devil fruit powers in combat, and I was really excited for that. I was like, haven't seen much of it in combat. I've seen her taking care of the others, which I love, but I want to see more of her in combat because we hadn't really seen it in a while. Then the Shandians started pissing me off when they were fighting Zoro, but then his fight against the Shandian guy was actually a really impressive fight, and I really enjoyed it. In this fight, Zoro tries to, basically, the guy Zoro's up against has these flashing guns, and Zoro was like, puts his goggles on, he goes, "I now have goggles, so your flashes don't work against me." And the guy just goes, No. Anyway, next. And he's like, he found me out. Get out! Be so fucking for real. What are you talking about? He found you out. And then Zoro obviously defeated him and he said, nothing personal, but I ain't the type of guy to die when told to. Like, what? Okay. Then Chopper is, you know, waddling past one of the priests. And I was like, can we just, like, have normal villains that get so much cuteness aggression over Chopper, they just leave him alone based on how cute he is? Because, like, you're telling me, I know villains are evil, bad people, but, like, you're telling me you're seeing that cutie thing walk past and you're like, I'm gonna kill him. No, I'd be like, I have to let you live. You're too cute. I have to. And then something that really shocked me was that we've got Team 2 split up and fighting their own sort of, some Shandians, some, I don't think they were fighting, any of them were fighting priests other than Chopper. Was Robin's opponent a priest or was it just a really annoying guy? And whoever it was so annoying. But I think it might have just been Chopper that fought a priest on Team 2 so far. But Team 1 got a Neru! Are we kidding? Team 1! Nami, Usopp and Sanji, you give them a Neru. Really? Not that they're weak. I think they're slayers and I think that they could do it. But like, why would you give the team with 3 people in there? Like, dead ass. So Sanji like dies and Usopp then dies for him in a way. I thought it was really cute the way that he was standing up for Sanji and like still shaking, you know, it's very Usopp, but the way he still did it anyway even though he was scared, I thought it was really cute. Obviously they're fine, but I was like, are we serious? Chopper then in his fight with the priest, his kindness ended up getting him an ally, which I would love to see that as a regular thing because Chopper is so kind and he just cares so much about helping people above all else, and I would love to see that have more of a positive impact on them with like their relationships with people that aren't in the crew. I think it would be really interesting. So I was like, that's so cute that he got him an ally for all of 5 seconds because then the guy gets absolutely wiped out. Then Chopper gets like beat up a lot and I was like, I'm not okay with the show putting my son in fights like this, okay? Just let him stay home safe and sound. Then we see Robin with the poneglyphs and this guy is like punching them and destroying them and I was like, nah, somebody get this man because he's destroying her dream. Like, that's her dream now. You're affecting that. Like, we're not having that shit around here. Somebody get that man. Then we kind of got Chopper's turning point in the fight, which was when he was like, I can't keep waiting for these guys to protect me. I need to become this too and do this. And he's had turning points like that previously, but this one felt really like stern. And I loved it. I thought it was really well done. And I loved when he beat the shit out of him. Then we see Conis and Pagaya again, which I loved. And they picked up Isa, who obviously then got revealed to have the mantra. I thought that was really cute. Nami was then fighting Satori's younger brothers. And she absolutely ate down. She used the dial as well. Which, can I just say, sorry I'm just clocking this. Nami, easy with a waver. She can do it like that. And she also used the dial. I don't think any of the other members of the crew have used a dial yet. She's from the sky, guys. She's from the sky. She's from the sky. And then Conis, Pagaya, and Isa reached Team 1. Is it Asa or Isa? Isa. I can't remember. And then Kamakuri died. I was really sad about that. I was like, are we kidding? He's dead. Like, he was the only really bearable person on that group of Shandians. Because, like, if what I'm getting is right, I absolutely understand their reason for fighting Ineru and even Gan Fall. I get it. But they're all really rude and annoying. And Kamakuri was the one that I really liked. And I'm absolutely gutted that he's dead. Like, genuinely, I'm gutted. I wanted to see more of him and his relationship with Lucky too. I wanted to see more of their dynamic because he, you know, literally jumped in front of this thing for her. Robin then ate her fight so hard. Her turning the dials backwards so that ate so hard. Like I said, I'd love to see her brain and her power in combat. It was brilliant. And I kind of thought to myself, I wonder what Robin sounds like in the dub. Because I've never heard Robin in the dub. Because I've been watching in the sub since Little Garden. Wait, I must have heard Robin in the dub at the end of Whiskey Peak. Or was that the end of Little... No, it was the end of Whiskey Peak. Oh my god, I don't remember what she sounds like though. But I was thinking to myself, like, there's lots of people I haven't heard in the dub. And there's also other people I haven't heard in the sub. So you know... It's crazy. Then Robin found something. I don't know what it is. I think it's something to do with the Rio poneglyph that she's been looking for, but I don't think it was the Rio poneglyph. But she revealed that Shandora fell trying to protect the poneglyph. So that is how Shandora got taken over. And that is where the episode then ended for 174. And that gets us up to the point where I am now. There's three big questions I have at the end of this first half of SKYPIEA that hopefully will be answered at the end of SKYPIEA, but who knows. First, who fixed the ship? Who fixed the Going Merry? That's something I really need to know. Second, why have they not shown anyone getting closer to Robin? Their relationship, like, with Robin is still very unexplained. We see bits of their dynamic. Nami and Robin, I kind of get, because she gave her a jewels or something at the start, but it's not enough. Like, there's not enough explaining for, you know, her being someone that was up against them and them having trust issues with her, which are valid, and those kind of just going away entirely. I want some more explanation on their relationship with Robin. Robin is growing on me entirely, but I still don't feel like I know her at all. And I also don't think that the Straw Hats do either, because we haven't seen them get to know her at all. So I want more explanation of that. The weapon from Alabasta. Because the only reason that I remembered this was because we were doing a lot of Alabasta flashbacks with Robin's story with the poneglyphs. And I was remembering that the weapon that Crocodile was originally looking for and originally brought Robin on board to find. What and where is that? And why have we just forgotten about it? That's my three questions for the end of this. So yeah, anyway, that was my review of SKYPIEA Part 1. I'm so excited to get into the rest of SKYPIEA and hopefully get answers to those questions, and also hopefully see the crew make it out alive of Upper Yard, because right now Anero is predicting that only 5 of the Straw Hats, only 5 people will be standing by the end of this fight. And I don't see YAYYYYY dying. I don't see Gan Fall dying plot-wise. In his calculations, he doesn't have Conis, Pagaya, or Isa, so I don't think those 3 will die. But there's 7 Straw Hats. So this 5 doesn't add up, because I know they're all going to survive, because I wouldn't let them die. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very soon with my reaction to episodes 182 and 183 of One Piece, and also my part 2 of my South Korea vlogs. And for people that have come from my Your Name video, keep an eye out, because I'll be putting up a poll very soon on what anime movie I should watch next based on your comment recommendations. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Love ya.